Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Ncert Mathematics Learning Hub. In this video, we are going to start with a new topic, that is probability. So this topic is very important because this topic is going to be continued in your further studies as well. So you should have a strong base in understanding these topics. Okay, so let us understand what is probability. Probability is nothing but it is the chance of any event to happen, or how likely an event can happen. So what is an event? Event is nothing but any situation. Okay, so let me just give one example so that you can understand what is probability. So if I am saying there are more chances of rain today, so we don't know it will rain or not, but I am saying that by seeing the weather, there are more chances to rain. So the chances, how much is the chance to rain, we will be representing that through percentage or probability. Okay, percentage we will be having from 1 to 100, but the probability of any event can be starting from 0, and it has to end at 1. Okay, so maximum probability is 1 and minimum probability is 0. It can never be negative, or it cannot be greater than 1. Okay, so a few more example of probability. If I am saying that there are very less chances for India to win the match. Okay, so this is also a probability because it is something related to chance. We don't know they will win or lose, but we according to the situation what we are seeing, we will say there is more chance to win, there is more probability to win, or there is less probability to win. Okay, so here formula to find the probability of an event. So there is a formula to find the probability of an event. Let me just write that. So probability of an event we will indicate with the letter P, and event I am just indicating with the letter E. So probability of an event, I need to enclose it in a bracket. And what is the formula? Number of favorable outcomes, number of favorable outcomes divided by total number of outcomes. Okay, so this is the formula to find the probability of any event. So you will understand it better if I am just if I'll take one example. So if I am talking about a die. Okay, so how many faces will be there in a die? There will be 6 faces, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So if a person is rolling a die, then only one number can occur at a time, right? So there are totally how many faces? 6 faces. And if you are rolling a die, only one face will come up, right? So what will be the probability? If I am asking you what is the probability of getting number more than 4? So what are the number will be there which is greater than 4 on the die? If greater than 4 means you need not consider 4, because they have clearly said it is they are asking you to find the probability of getting a number which is greater than 4 on the die. So which are those number? 5 and 6, right? Only 2 numbers are there which are greater than 4 on the die which can occur. So there are 2 numbers, right? So we'll write it as 2. And total number of outcomes. So how many numbers that can occur? How many numbers are there on the die? It is 6, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So there are 6 numbers that can occur, either 1, either 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6. Any one can occur at a time. So it is nothing but 1 by 3. Understood? In the same way, if I am talking about tossing a coin. So if I am asking you to find the probability of getting head. So there will be head or tail, or any of these 2 values. Right? So if I am asking you to find the probability of getting head. So anyways, only 2 possible outcomes, because it can have either tail or head, right? So at a time, if you are tossing, then it can have only head or tail. So 1 divided by total how many outcomes it can have? Only 2, right? Either this or this. So this is the probability of getting head. So what is the formula to find the probability of any event? Very important formula, you need to remember it, right? So here the number of favorable outcomes, how many outcomes that can have, how many outcomes are possible, okay, divided by total number of outcomes. So totally how many outcomes you can have, how many outputs you can have, right? So this is the formula, you should remember it for solving the problem related to probability. Okay, so coming to the next topic, we can say here it is a sure event or certain event. Both are same. You may get any question in multiple choice by giving a definition of which type of event is that, or they will give you 4 options and they will be asking you to mark any one out of that. So what is a sure event? Sure event is one where the probability is out of out. So the probability of sure event or certain event will be always 1. Okay, so whenever you are having the probability 1, then it is a sure event. For what are the examples you can have? Tomorrow sun rises from east. So it is sure event. Obviously the sun will rise from east itself. It can never rise from west, right? So it is the sure event. It is certain event. It is only going to happen, right? So this is the example for sure event. Then there is one more thing, that is impossible event. Impossible event is the event where there is no chances of that event to happen. What can be the example of that? For example, if I am saying that today is Monday, then what are the chances of having Saturday tomorrow? There is no chance, because if today is Monday, then obviously tomorrow it has to be Tuesday. It can never be Saturday, right? So there is no chances of that event to happen. So probability of impossible event will be always 0. Probability of sure event will be always 1, and the probability of impossible event will be always 0. In the same way, if I am talking about the head and tail, this coin, then what is the probability, if I am tossing a coin, then what is the probability of getting head and tail both at the same time? This can never be happen. It can be either head or either tail, but both the things can never be happen at the same time. So it is impossible event. You will be getting the probability of that as 0. Then there is something called as equally likely event. Equally likely event means the chances of every event in that will be always equal. For example, if I am talking about the coin, then there is equal chances of getting head or tail. If you are tossing, you don't know that either it will be head or tail, right? So there is equal chance. It may be head or it may be tail. 50% of this, 50% of that, right? Then if I am talking about the this one die, then obviously there are 6 faces on the die. Then all the faces have equal chances to occur. Maybe it is 4, maybe it is 6, maybe it is 5 or 2 or 1 or any number, right? So there are always equal chances. What can we have? What we can have the probability of getting 4? It will be 1 by 6. Probability of getting 6, it will be 1 by 6. Probability of getting 2, 1 by 6. All the faces will have equal chances to occur. So that is nothing but your equally likely event. Okay. Then we have complementary event. Complementary event is nothing but what are the chances of not occurring that event. It is just the opposite of this. So what are, if I am talking about this one, probability of raining today, then complementary of that this event will be what are the chances of not raining today. Okay, so it is just not, you need to add there the probability of not raining today, probability of not getting 6, probability of not getting head, something like that. Then elementary event. Elementary event is nothing but the probability of having one event at a time. So obviously when you are tossing a coin or you are just rolling a die, then only one event will happen at a time. So that is nothing but your elementary event. Then we have the formula which relates elementary and complementary event. What is that formula? This is also important one. P of probability of that event plus probability of complementary of that event means not. So P of E is nothing but not E. And how do you indicate the complementary event? Obviously you need to indicate with a bar. Always the complementary event will be indicated with a bar on that. Okay, so probability of E bar is nothing but probability of not E. Probability of not E. Okay, so probability of P of E is nothing but probability of E. P of E bar is nothing but probability of not E. Something like that. Then if you will be adding the probability of happening that event plus the probability of not happening any event will be always equal to 1. So if you are adding, if I am saying that 50% of chances, there is 50% of chances of raining today, then 50% of chances is not for not raining today. So 50 plus 50, it is 100. It is about the percentage, but the probability it will be in the form of decimal or completely it can have 0 to 1, right? So if the same thing if I am talking about in probability, then 0.5 is the probability of raining today and 0.5 is not the probability of raining today. So 0.5 plus 0.5 will be equal to 1. So always the probability of happening that event plus the probability of not happening that event will be equal to 1. Then we have mutually exclusive event. What do you mean by mutually exclusive event? It is, let me just give an example of this coin itself. So here the two events head and tail are mutually exclusive. If head is going to occur, then tail will never occur. If tail is going to occur, then head will never occur. So these two events are mutually exclusive. If this is happening, this will not happen. If this happens, then this will not happen. So this kind of events are called as mutually exclusive event. Coming to the dice example, here also, if 4 will occur, then 5, 6 and 1, 2, 3, it will never occur. If 5 is going to occur, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 will never occur. So it is like mutually, at a time only one will happen. So all these will be mutually exclusive to each other. Here head and tail are mutually exclusive to each other. Here all the numbers till 6 will be mutually exclusive to each other. Okay, and in the same way, if I am saying this one, I am taking the example of rain, then raining and not raining are mutually exclusive. If it is raining, then does not rain will never come into picture, and if it is not raining, then if it is not raining, then raining will never come into picture. Either this or this will happen. Okay, so this is the introduction of probability. All these things you must know to handle the problem related to the probability thing. So you need to know the formula, you need to know what is sure event, impossible event, equally likely event, complementary event, mutually exclusive event. You must know all of these terms when you are working on the probability problems. So that's it for now. In the next video we will be starting with the exercise questions. And please don't forget to like, share, subscribe and press the bell icon.